Ramadan day one is almost coming to an end. So, let me talk about it. I started off the day, and going straight into it, I started off the day, with a pretty good plan in mind, right? I was gonna do some cleaning, sort my new bookshelf that I bought, make iftar for the fam. The day started, it was pretty well. Like, it started off pretty well. I started off, like, I did some cleaning. I was pretty proud of myself. I was like, damn, this is good progress. I'm being pretty productive. Oh, my nose. I'm being pretty productive. And then I go inside to sort my new bookshelf that I bought, right? Now, this new bookshelf, I bought it online from Walmart. Should I expected better? Like, it's Walmart. But it didn't come with enough screws for the backing of it. They use like mini tiny nails that you hammer in for the backing of the bookshelf, so it's not like open, right? And so I kind of just used some random nails. And the thing is, I know they weren't enough because they had holes on the back. And so I would have, if they didn't have the holes in the back, I would have just spread them out evenly. But they didn't have holes in the back. I mean, no, they did have holes in the back. And so I put them in the holes. But that didn't work. Like, it wasn't enough. And so at that point I had to put them in, and so I couldn't take them out and then evenly spread them out. And so I used some nails that are still pretty small but bigger than that, and that resulted in some places having the wood chipping. Right? And when that first happened, I was like, okay, I only saw one spot at that point, and I was like, it's fine. I pulled out the chipped pieces and I used like Mod Podge and I covered it and I fixed it. Not fixed it, it looks messy, but it's flat. And so I was like, it's fine. It's just one spot. But then today I go to sort my stuff into the bookshelves and there's multiple spots. And I had a little mental breakdown over it. Like, I cried. And then after I cried, I was like, okay, I should get back into the productivity zone. I need to get this footage for day one Ramadan vlogs, right? Okay, and so I decided it's time to make food. Make a iftar. And so I get up and I cut up some apples and that I will use, or I plan to use, later on for either a cake or cupcakes. And then I get to making the main course. I cut up some vegetables in no particular order: zucchini, potatoes, onion, broccoli. Mix them with some seasonings, put them on a tray, olive oil, mix, preheat the oven. While the oven was preheating, I left the vegetables aside and I made the cake slash cupcake batter. I ended up making cupcakes, spoiler. So I left the cupcake batter. I left the vegetables aside and I made the cupcake batter. And then I, put the cupcakes into the little cupcake trays. And we actually didn't have, the cupcake trays are pretty big. And so we didn't have cupcake liners big enough, and so I did that like parchment paper trend that I saw on TikTok where you like cut it and it looks like a bakery, and so I did that. And then the oven finished preheating, and so I put the vegetables in. And then after I put the vegetables in, vegetables cooked. And then while that was happening, actually no, from like the start of this, I had put in some chicken to boil. Yeah, I know, it sounds odd. No, it comes out good, I promise. I put in some chicken to boil, with there's something, I don't know what it's called in English, but in Arabic it's called habbahan, and it's like the little seeds that you put in your like chicken broth. And so I used those, that, salt, pepper. It gets more seasoning after. And then so at that point the chicken had finished boiling when I had put the no, I'd taken the veggies out. And then the chicken had finished cooking at that point, and so the veggies were next to me on the stove while I was doing that. And the chicken, like I said for the third time, the chicken finished cooking, and then I added some water to the pot and made pasta in it while I shredded the chicken. And then after I finished the pasta, I strained it, tomato sauce, regular pasta, moved that aside, and then I brought the chicken on and I kind of just like stir fried it. I added seasonings and stuff. And then I took it out and I added like some sauces onto the chicken and I mixed it and it came out pretty good. It was a pretty good meal. Veggies, chicken, the good nutritions that you need. And after the veggies came out of the oven, I actually put the muffins in. I forget to mention that. But I put the muffins into the oven, and I didn't make the icing until later on. But I made icing as well, and all went well. I think, no. And then this is gonna be a pretty short video. Hopefully tomorrow goes better. Hopefully tomorrow goes more productive. Hopefully I film more tomorrow, so I have more content. Inshallah, tomorrow will be better. Inshallah. Anyways, I'm very excited to see how Ramadan goes, and this is the end of Ramadan Vlogs Day 1, I guess.